Human trafficking. Yes. Well, like I say, Lucifer White Star Lines. Um, I was a bit different. Like I said, we did profit sharing, and also, like I say, a lot of people don't really understand what exactly Lucifer or LS really was, or who I am, or what I was doing, or what we were doing. Um, like I say, I was aware of certain people hurting people, although I believe most of the abuse was coming either from like a Hell's Angels group or the USF people or or Nixon or or John McCain. It was hard to say really because there were so many big powerful groups. Some were some were being psycho, abusive, and some were were being really good. Like I said, the Renault manufacturing complex and the Renault family, the Lotus people, I believe, were the better people, and we were doing things to help people. Like I said, same thing with China and some of the other places. We were actually moving to correct the problem. Like I said, Lucifer Star Industries, me, basically Westinghouse or whatever, was moving to to fix the problem because I mean abuse really doesn't help anything. And realistically, I mean I don't understand. I mean, well, basically certain people I guess wanted a quick way up, and like I think. Like I say, I think these people were younger people. I'm not exactly sure, but I mean, I didn't really know. But like I said, I was aware of it, and I've been aware of human trafficking and sex trafficking since a long time ago. Like I say, I was actually moving to protect the prostitutes or women of the night since all the way since Rome, since the bathhouses. So, like I said, and my women were sometimes liberating some men's belongings after the act, you might say. And yes, and like I said, a few women in Rome. I had one of the biggest madams in in the in the world, basically working. Well, she was. I would say she. You could say she was working for me, but she wasn't really working for me. We were working together, I guess you could say. She was helping me, and I was trying to help her. So, you know, with certain things. So, anyway, and we made a pretty good team, I think. Not that she probably even knew of. She barely even knew of my existence, really. But like I say, I mean, other people have known of me, basically. Lucifer Star. Anyway, so yeah, well, I mean, it's a long, long history, and a lot of things have happened. A lot of things happened, and like I say, realistically, what Lucifer Star is, what I am, is basically hundreds of trillions of worlds, planets. Like I said, 250,000 exoskeleton planets where there is exoskeletons or some sort of exoskeletal life forms on them. 14,000 1.5 worlds. Of course, this was like some billion trillion years ago, so I don't know what it's like now. And last time I checked, the exoskeletons or some portion of my life forms were actually going to go and change into nanotechnology or something like that, or make some sort of great change. I don't really know. And they were going to do it before the human race or something like that because they perceived a problem. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. A lot of things were happening. A lot of things were changing, and they were, this was like millions, billions of years ago. So, like I said, I had a lot of different life forms, and a few of them were going to do something. Anyway, I don't know. I don't really know. But yes, I mean, 7 billion people leaves a lot of room for basically teenagers to pretty much want to come up. Like I said, I got angry at some Hells Angels or some biker gang people, and also some Vietnam veterans or someone for possibly doing some things in one of the other countries, drug related, like I say, or something like that. Like I said, what it appeared to me as if they got drugs, they had whatever they wanted almost, and then they just went a step further and went abusive, or they lost. They seemed to just not care. They had so many people with them, or so many people working for them, or just, they just could just kill or whatever, whoever they wanted, basically, or something like that. Like I said, I had a few people which I knew about. Like I said, there was an old veteran, basically from like one of the Great Wars, or one battles that went to this one country, and was it pissed him off what they were doing, and so he might have been working for me, but he ranged a counterattack or counter group and basically pacified. And I believe he found himself in a war between what would be the Vietnam veterans and basically his people. It was just a group, like I said, military strategy and military stuff. It's fairly easy to understand or know, and so anyway. And these other people were just being really abusive and just shooting or, trying to what's called. Anyway, he was one of the countries. He was someone from one of the old war days, like 80-year-old guy that just, old commando or something. I mean, old. I don't like to say commando either because it reminds me of John McCain and his old commando raids where he would go and like I said, they were wearing clothing until until one of them lost a piece of clothing, a piece of some thread on a post or something like that, and like a piece of his uniform or a piece of his clothing got ripped off, and they didn't realize that we could do thread matching. It's like, yeah, well, Lucifer Star Industry, when it comes to thread or cloth, like if I want to know something, I have experts from around the world, or I had experts from around the world that could match the cloth. So, like when it comes to Lucifer Star, there's not much I don't make or haven't invented or don't have people that know what it is. So we were able to match the style of clothing and the uniform, and we knew who and where and what city it was bought in, or and then even the factory that made it, because it was a particular type of thread or something like that. There's a few things like that. So anyway, and so like I said, the women they kept on raping or kept on having sex with kept going to the doctor about the crabs or the infection that they all had. So anyway, so I don't really like to say commando because that's like, basically means not wearing anything, just wearing a Speedo. So at least that's what the John McCain whatever commando idea is. Commando raid, where they would go and basically rape women and steal things. Not exactly particularly cool for a senator like John McCain to be doing, but that's what he was doing when he was 20, I think. So, my White Star submarines. Living the life, I guess. Oh well. Anyway, like I said, we were pretty much absolutely positive of this too. So, anyway, it was a long time ago, back in the 50s and 60s, but, and that's the great contribution that JFK and John McCain and the other senators had done for this country was basically raping women on islands and stealing things. Yep. And making rape films. Yeah, they tried really hard to bury that one. And like I said, they also wanted to kill me because I knew about it. So it's like, well, it was my submarines, fool. What do you expect? You steal my submarines, and they're civilian submarines. They're not even military use. And then you run off to go rape women on islands and basically pretty much start attacking the Chinese or the English. Like, I mean, on the islands? Like, what do you expect? Shooting married men or men with women and then raping their women and the daughters? You think that's cool? Think that's okay on my planet? You think you can just do whatever you wanted? JFK thought he could. JFK thought he could do whatever he fucking wanted. Burn people, have Mr. Molotov, a guy that would Molotov people. I don't know. Some Irish people might have been doing some Molotov, but I don't know. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, running around with Molotov cocktails, burning people? Now, you think that's cool? You think that's acceptable? Acceptable? Seriously? Are you an adult? Are you a 5-year-old child? Or are you just a sick motherfucker? Think it's fun to be burned? think it's okay to go to people's houses and say give me all your stuff and I'm gonna have sex with you or else you're gonna get burned? You think that's acceptable on my planet? Really? Think you can just do that? Like I said, these are the things that the Congress or the American government or someone was trying to hide. Yeah, how many people they burned. They burned an entire town, or at least quite a bit of it. You know, they were trying to use fear and whatever. Of course, the thing was, like I said, I'm the superstar, I'm the creator, so, you know, they would face stiff opposition towards me in 9 out of 10 countries and on most planets, so. Anyway, and like I say, after what they did to me, you know, they'd be famous. I don't really know. I don't really care. But it seriously pissed me off. And it pissed off a lot of other people. So, anyway, I don't know. We were trying to track down Mr. Molotov. And also just the people. I guess, I figure probably John McCain, Congress. There's a lot of reasons why they wanted me and my people dead. So, anyway, it's in the past. It's a lot of stuff happened. So, I probably blame, mostly it was probably Rodney or someone. One of these fucking morons that was just letting people do whatever they wanted. Or whatever, just trying to take over. I don't know. Like I said, at some point in time, like they finally had me dead, but I mean, didn't really help out things because, like I say, I'm the superstar. So, anyway, though, I don't know. Like I said, you know, the exoskeletons and the 1.5s, you know, they had their own opinion on things. So, and then, of course, there's the rest of the human race. Or human life form type. The majority would do things too. It's just that they were trying, and that's the thing, they were trying to hide all this stuff. You know, with the Republicans and the Democrats, and what, like I said, Republicans, you know, killing German people or whatever people, stealing their stuff, and anyway, though, whatever. Like I said, I don't care. JFK, Nixon, and John McCain were, I'm pretty sure, very bad people. Like I said, you can check the facts. Black people were pretty bad too, though. So they're hiding a lot of things. So anyway, probably Papa or someone. I don't know. Like I said, in 7 million people, that leaves a lot of room for some piece of shit to hide. So. Hey, mostly the White House. I don't know. They knew I knew about it. Of course, a lot of people knew about it. I mean, you could drive by the White House at night and you'd hear women screaming for help. So, like I said, 1940, 1960, or some year, the White House was not a good place to be. So, anyway, like I said, if it had any at all dignity or honor, it lost it very quickly.